All right, my good people, in today's video, guys, we are going to discuss about Ethereum. What's going on Ethereum? Because a lot of people are sleeping on Ethereum. I want you to understand that BlackRock, they are coming. Institutional investors, they are coming. So BlackRock are coming on Ethereum. Let me give you an expo, which you don't know. I know that you are not going to hear this from anywhere. Only me can say it because I really don't care. I just want you to be rich. I want you to be wealthy. I want to create a new set of millionaires so that we can be pumping and dumping any crypto we wish. So that is why I am on this journey to build a community of people who want to liberate themselves from poverty. So this is why I want to give you this information. Whatever you want to do with it is not of my business. All right. And I want to make a disclaimer that I am not a financial advisor. I am making this video to educate you of what you need to know, of course. So they said information is power. So what you need to know is that BlackRock, they are coming for your Ethereum. Institutional investors, they are coming. They are here already. I want you to understand that when Iran and Israel was busy bombing themselves, shooting missiles, guess what happened? Everybody was panic selling. I know some people who sold their Ethereum at 2,200. Guess what? BlackRock was acquiring 300 million worth of Ethereum during that time. You know what they say? Buy when there's blood in the street. That is why I always devote my time researching, monitoring the big VC, the big money, what 1% of people are doing. So I don't care what 9% of people are doing in crypto. They are panic. Oh, Trump is going to bomb Iran. Oh, World War III. I don't listen to those kind of message. So when the market was dipping, I was doing my research. I saw that BlackRock was purchasing Ethereum at a heavy price, with a big money, and that triggered me to understand what is coming on Ethereum. As a matter of fact, I want you to understand that Ethereum is the real internet operating system. All right, Ethereum is. Let me give you the example of Ethereum. 70% of all DeFi, all the whole tokens, everything built on Ethereum. So forget about all those noise of Sui, Solana, all those shiny new things that people are hyping up, which is obviously how crypto is. All right, just like Mimicoin, Shiba Inu, all those kind of things. People always want to hype things up, but in reality, when you think about Ethereum, you think about the adoption, you think about the tokenomics. If you were talking about real world asset tokenization, Ethereum is going to be the number one on that. All right. So you can go to Solana and play with your Mimicoin, which is fine. But when you are talking about investment, real-time investment that will create you a generational wealth, ETH and Bitcoin is always the key. All right. So forget about the narrative that people are showing around saying, oh, Ethereum is dead. Vitalik, I want you to understand what is going on. I will explain in this video. If you stay long enough I will make it short for you to understand. Right now, the OGs, they understand this thing. They know that Ethereum needs to go to 1 trillion market cap to pave way for altcoin for them to go to 1 trillion. You have to understand, Ethereum is the first altcoin, layer 1 blockchain that hits 100 to 200 billion market cap, which pave way to Solana, BNB, SRP. They started to climb to 100 to 80 billion market cap. So if Ethereum didn't break that, we couldn't even expecting a coin like Solana, SRP, BNB to hit at 100 billion market cap. So now the next phase is Ethereum needs to go to 1 trillion to 2 trillion market cap in order to pave way like coin like Solana, BNB, so that people will start pushing the narrative on Solana that it can hit to 1 trillion market cap. Because how do you explain that Ethereum went to 300 billion market cap, being the first layer 1, the first layer 1 that built something meaningful? All right, the first layer 1 that built something meaningful, that opened the gate for people to start building smart contracts. All right, so how do you explain that it went to 300 million and from there it crashed? It never went anywhere. And how do you want people to believe and trust that Solana that came now and promised to do the wonders is now going to go to 1 trillion without clashing? That is a simple thinking. If you are an investor, you have to understand that it is important for all of us. That is to think about it. Bitcoin is sitting at all-time high. Why are we not excited? Of course, we're in the bull run. You know why we're not excited? Because the grandfather of all coin have not pumped, which is Ethereum. So if Ethereum was sitting at $8,000, $9,000, do you know that the case would have been different? Arbitron, etc., would have been at 1,000 to 10,000x up. So that is to show you how important it is. All right? Now think about it. BNB, the founder of Binance, CZ, he donated $10 million worth of BNB to Vitalik. You know why? He asked Vitalik to use that money to advance Ethereum, use that money to build something on Ethereum, and which Vitalik is building it. And institutionals, they are coming. They are preparing for, you know, that BlackRock filed for Ethereum ETF, which is most likely going to be approved later this year. All right? The last quarter of this year is going to be approved. So you need to understand the uniqueness of Ethereum. You don't have to light Ethereum off of the table. You might say, oh, it's Solana cycle. Solana did well. Yes, of course. Sometimes random coin always go up 100%. It doesn't mean that they are going to take over Bitcoin, of course. Just like if you go to the market now, you will see that 70% of all the whole project, layer 1, layer 2, they are utilizing Ethereum network. They are building behind Ethereum. They are not building against Ethereum. All right? So people are saying they are shifting, Ethereum is going to dead. There's no way Ethereum is going to die. It's never going to happen. As a matter of fact, it is going to go to $12,000 to $13,000 this cycle. Within 6 months, it's going to happen. Like I said, institutional investors, they have started acquiring Ethereum, and which they are going to start shilling it. They're going to start promoting it. Of course, that's what they do. You see what happened to Bitcoin. All right. So it is having a tiny market cap that even Michael Saylor himself can even pump Ethereum to go to even 1 trillion market cap. So don't underestimate Ethereum because it's going to go to $12,000. I don't know when you are going to watch this video, but I am telling you this thing clear and sound that is going to happen. And when it happens, we are going to be rich. Like I said, you have to hold your altcoin. Hold your coin, hold your SLP. Hold your Arbitron, hold your OP, hold all those layer 2. They are going to outperform everything when Ethereum move. All those layer 1, of course, like Porsche and Titanus, they are going to outperform also. So Ethereum can somehow flip Bitcoin. Because when you look at it, if you look at Ethereum is having more adoption more than Bitcoin. Forget about Bitcoin, the institutional investors are already buying it, you know. But when you think about real utility, real people using it, you see that most tokenized, real world tokenized assets, they are moving toward Ethereum. They are not building on Bitcoin. All those DeFi projects, they are building on Ethereum. They are utilizing Ethereum security network. So Ethereum, in my own understanding, in my own say, I will say that it is the real internet operating system. When I mean internet, the internet you are seeing, if you want to translate it in digital world, it is the internet you are seeing. I would say maybe Bitcoin is the digital gold. But when it comes to Ethereum, Ethereum is just like oil. So I am urging each and every one of you to please don't lag behind Ethereum. And you want to understand that it is now deflationary. Since 2022, it has become deflationary. You have to understand it also. Imagine you are holding an asset and it's just deflating and you can stake it. They are applying, I want you to understand what they are applying now. The BlackRock, what is holding Ethereum now is that the institutional investors, they are applying for Ethereum staking ETF, whereby You can buy an ETF, an Ethereum ETF, and you can stake it and you'll be earning yield. So once they approve this, it will flip Bitcoin. I am swearing it. If they approve this ETF they're applying now, staking, where they were going to allow institutional investors to buy 1 billion worth of Ethereum and stake it. Right now, they don't buy, you cannot do anything with Bitcoin. You just buy Bitcoin and hold it. So imagine in a scenario, in a case scenario where you can buy 1 billion of Ethereum and you stake it and you'll be earning little yield from transaction fees, and it is deflationary. Imagine holding an asset that is deflationary that you are staking. You know, institutional investors, they have $1 billion looking to get even 2% of that money. They are not looking to 10x. So, and by staking Ethereum, guarantee staking Ethereum for 1 year without losing their fund, they can get even 1% or 2% of that money. Guess what? They are going to buy Ethereum up. That is why BlackRock is buying it and they are filing for the ETF. I want you to understand what is coming on Ethereum. I don't care who you are. I don't want to know what you are doing, but I'm telling you what is going to happen. You can believe me, you can choose not to believe me, but I'm sharing you, I am assuring you that this thing is going to happen. Ethereum is going to go to $12,000 to $13,000. And when that happens, we all are going to become rich. And that is my dream. That is my focus. That we all become rich. We become wealthy. We pump every market we want to pump. We dump any market we want to dump. Because the market is crazy. We are playing a very dangerous, dirty game. You have to organize yourself and be mental strong in order to understand this market. So I'm leaking an information for you so that you don't get out of the market so easily, so that they don't wash you out and say, oh, Ethereum is dead, it's time to sell. Those random YouTubers, they are going to be creating a narrative. Oh, it's over, sell now. They don't know shit. They don't know shit of what they are talking about. So I am warning you for the last time. You have the last opportunity to get your favorite coin, hold it, and wait for Ethereum to go to $13,000, $12,000. The OGs are now organizing a magic pump for Ethereum. And Vitalik have started advancing Ethereum. So Ethereum is going to, I think in my opinion, is going to flip Bitcoin market cap. Definitely is going to do that because it have much more potential more than Bitcoin, much more utility more than Bitcoin, and much more better tokenomics more than Bitcoin. So you guys might not say anything, but I think in a long run, Ethereum will definitely go to $20,000 to $30,000. I don't care what you are talking about, but I am sure it's going to go to that amount. So I am giving you this information for you to understand what is coming on Ethereum and make sure you are prepared for what is coming. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.